One of the flowers that we saw was in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Was it a flower, or was it rows and rows of flowers? I can't tell you the feelings that go through your mind when you come into a garden that has 7 tiers of 20 beds of roses. And they were all in blossom, although some had even already been done blossoming. And I go, isn't that just how with our speakers? Which rose color are they? Or which level are they at in the rose garden? But all together they bring beauty. This next speaker has brought much beauty to my life. Ravi gave me that wonderful introduction, but I could never equal it or make it greater for him. Or could I? This was one quiet man. I am truly an international person. I love people from all over the world. I was taught that in school, and I lived that along the Canadian border. And here he was, quiet in this meeting, and I could see the potential. Can you believe he was shy and quiet in the meeting I saw at the Capitol grounds? And now he wins speech contests? Can you believe I was his mentor? And now if you look at our roster, he's my mentor? Yes, Ravi not only mentors me, he mentors our next year Lieutenant Governor of Education and Training for the district. I can't think of a harder job than to mentor someone who's a district officer. But is that too hard for him? No, I've watched him mentor his parents when he brought him here. Truly, this is a man who has every quality of being a mentor. And he's going to speak today about adding fun to our meetings. He's added fun to his life. I think we need to listen to him. Let's welcome our next flower, Ravi Rai.
Maybe if you can just share these handouts to take a set. And I'll start another one on this side. So, 5 to 6 years ago, I was getting ready to go to Valley Fair. For some of you who know me, how it is for me to go on the rides, know very well that I do not like to go on rides. One thing I want to avoid even at the Ham Snoopy Park in Mall of America is to stay away from all those rides. Well, what do I do now? And there Anshika, my 5-year-old, or I think she was 6 maybe, she was all excited. She wanted to go. Daddy, let's go, let's go. And here was Daddy. Okay. Hello, Toastmasters, Madam Toastmaster, and honored guests. Do you, at times in your life, find yourself in either of those situations? One, where you are very excited, you want to go do things you really love to do. And then on the other side, I bet some of you this morning had that urge not to come to Saturday morning live. I did. It was really cold. My wife was getting ready to put up a sale, and I was feeling guilty. There are times when you are really excited. You want to go listen to the best humorous speech possible. And then there are times you think, why do I have to go for this meeting? Well, this is life, and we all need to face it. My suggestion is that let's face it bravely. There are 2 handouts I gave that has been passed to you. One is about ideas, and the other one is about some timing. And I'll come back to those handouts in my speech. First, I would like to suggest, let's do something about the boredom. Let's do something about the calmness if you find that to be affecting you. Let's do something about our meetings. And this is not just about Saturday morning life. It could be about your home club. It could be about your office environment or your business environment. What I would like to do is today, think about the changes you can make with the ideas that I'm going to present to you. There are 2 of those. One is to add fun to the meetings by having a skit. Some of you who are area governors, and probably if you were in that district meetings, there used to be a skit at our area governor meeting called Days of Our District. And what we did, actually it was Theo Black, one of the members of this club, he would come up with a humorous skit. There will be a scenario of 3 to 4 people role-playing, and they would make use of humor. to come up with a skit. Let's say you are a visitor to a club and you are not being invited properly. All you get to do is see that right in front of you. And then in the end, we will evaluate. So what was right about that whole scenario? What was something wrong that we could improve upon? Everything sort of played together. We had fun, we enjoyed the time, and you know what? We wanted to go every second month of this meeting because that is when we met for district training. Imagine you come to Saturday morning live meetings and you feel alive. You feel like, okay, we'll have another fun time. That is what these skits do. The second reason you want to really go with skits is you learn a lot by observation. This is something which I had come across when I was doing my undergrad studies in India. My roommate had a poster on his wall. It was about a tiger, perched high, and all it said at the bottom was, you learn a lot by observation. Don't we all do that in Saturday morning live? We are watching the speaker speak. We are watching everyone else who is here. And that is how we evaluate the speakers, we learn from the speakers, and the speakers in turn learns from the evaluation. What I would like to do is take that to the next level. This space is right here for us to have fun. Imagine there are 3 or 4 people right here. We give a skit. We do all the goofy things possible. Yes, the adults can be goofy too. And we can be humorous too. And then, after 3 to 5 minutes of skit, we take turns in finding out what was right about that situation. Let's say you are a business owner and a customer comes in. We can set up a team here where we do everything wrong. And the customer is frustrated, doesn't know what to do. Then we turn around to you and then ask, what was wrong about the situation? And what I presented to you is the whole scene. But let's say you did not know what the skit was about. It's going to be interesting, it's going to be fun, and what? It's going to be really learning. The second change I would like to bring to Saturday morning live meetings, and again to your organization if you find it's beneficial to you, is to recognize members. Yes, each one of you has a potential. Each one of you has a business, or you work someplace, or you're involved with a community organization. I don't know about it. I do know when I go to your website, if I go to your Facebook account, I know you have wonderful things to share. But how do we know about these things? My suggestion is that every second meeting, we recognize 1, 2, or maybe 3 members. And the way we do this is, let's say I want to recognize Tim. I have a month's time to talk to Tim and find out what he likes, his hobbies, things that he has been doing. Maybe he's involved with some organization. And then in the meeting, towards the end of the meeting, I give a 1 to 2 minute words in praise. Doing such a thing will make all of you know what Tim is, what he does, what his likes are. If you have a business, you want to be promoted, the first thing we want to know is all of us, we want to know what you do. Similarly, in the next month we rotate, or I should say the next time when we recognize members, we take another person. 6 times a year is not a lot. But doing so increases our bond within the club, fosters camaraderie. And what is really good is you get a value out of these meetings. Think about these. There are 2 changes I want to bring to Saturday morning live. One is to add skit every second meeting, and then every second meeting have a person be recognized. One of the challenges we have is that we have only 2 hours. We start at 9:30, and we are supposed to be done by 11:30. The second handout that I have for you, which looks like an Excel spreadsheet, the top half is actually what we have today, the existing time frame. We come here at 9:15. At 9:30 we start. So we have between 9:15 and 9:30 to talk about our meeting. what I would like to do is give you two suggestions. And in the next few months, I would like you to think about it, maybe by the time we come to the next meeting. One is we shorten the length of our general evaluation from 10 minutes to 3 to 5 minutes. Have a skit for 5 minutes, and I'm looking at suggestion 1. Have the evaluation of the skit 5 minutes, 2 minutes for closing comments, and we do 8 minutes of business time. So that way we still end our meeting at 11:30. The second suggestion is not to shorten the general evaluation time, but extend our meetings by 15 minutes. Yes, I know it's going to be tough, but you know what? When we are having fun, time flies. And we are all going to have a reason to come to Saturday morning live meeting. The second handout that I gave you, which says proposal 1 and proposal 2, is about the ideas that I have for those skits. The second proposal is how do we recognize members? I know you have questions, and I'm sure you would like to know more about this. I'll be available for comment and questions and comments, but let's see if you have any questions at this point and if I can address that. Keith.
Rod, I appreciate the proposals and ideas. I'm not clear from how you describe it. Are you looking at having both suggested changes happen in the same meeting, or is it every 2 meetings going to work out where we're doing something every month? We're doing one of them July, September, et cetera, the other one August, October, et cetera.
Thank you. And I'm sorry I did not make it clear to you. If we start this process, proposal 1 is to have the skit. It will be every second month. So if we start in July, we will not have it in August, but in September. But the way I see this happening is we have a skit recognition. So every alternate month. Did I answer your question?
They're not clear, so on August, so the alternating month, we do the recognition? So
Yeah.
we'd be doing something every month. Okay.
We do every month, thank you for clarifying that. We do something every month. So we either have a skit or a recognition, but not both in the same month. Any other questions? Hey,
Are these skits manual applicable?
I have not yet given it a lot of thought. Yes, they can be manual, but I assume we won't be having a team evaluation for those. So if we can find an evaluator later on, yes, we can. There are a few manuals in advanced manuals that call for role play. This skit will qualify for that. So in a way, yes, you can actually get a manual switch out of this.
What's the name of
Change.
that? What's the name of that manual?
One is called facilitating, the facilitator. The other one, I do not remember the name, but there are a couple of them.
Interpersonal communication.
Interpersonal communications, thank you. Okay, looks like I've convinced everyone. Let's take a vote. My goal today is, and if you have questions, please do not hesitate to send me an email or just give me a call. What I would like you to do is think about the proposals I have given to you. The skits, I volunteer to take a lead in coming up with ideas and coming up with 3 to 5 names. But I'm pretty sure if I come up with a skit or you come up with a skit, we can all work together in finding out lots of good ideas. I hope you will find this effective not only for Saturday Morning Live, but for your own club or your own organization. Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Ravi. Which level of roses was he? I would say all levels. Make your comments on your speaker form again, please. We'll have 1 minute of silence.